Hello, everyone, and welcome to Littlefield Live Streaming. Tonight's show is The Big Weird. Now, please welcome your hosts, Ryan Beck, Will Winner, and Casey Salengo.
Woo! What's up? What's up, Casey?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I feel lovely, man. I'm wearing glasses. I'm fired up. I got my John Prine t-shirt on. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Are those prescription glasses or fun glasses?
They're for fun. I look like shit, so I'm just wearing costumes to try to hide it.
What do you said you slept for 2 hours?
Yeah, I accidentally took a nap on the couch. I had one margarita and I passed out, and then that was it, boy. No sleep for the big man.
Oof.
Yeah,
I was feeling sluggish because I ate half a pizza before we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What flavors?
It was a cheese pizza. It was a regular pizza.
Nice.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Straight up, dog. Cool. How you doing, Dad?
I'm doing all right. I cracked my head on the door today, which really fucking hurt. So that's I'm doing okay.
How'd you do that?
I just not paying attention. Watch full speed in the corner of the bathroom door.
Oh my God.
A little bit. It did swell up. It looked like the state of Florida earlier. It was gnarly.
God, the worst state. That's tough. I'm sorry, bud.
I know.
Can you guys hear this car honking outside? I know this isn't the exact time to ask this maybe, but I got a guy outside that's just honking his horn. Or there's an alarm going off. I'm not sure.
I hate that shit. You gotta not honk the horn. I got an ice cream truck wilding out outside of my place.
There's something crazy going on because it's the first hot day that we've had in Brooklyn, in New York, and it's like it almost was 90 degrees today, and I have seen probably 12 or more people in winter coats, and I can't figure it out. I don't understand because it's all races, all ages, men, women. I don't understand.
Representative of every single race, age, sex, wearing
because usually
you saw an 11-year-old.
I only see black dudes in winter coats in the summer, and it's everybody this year. And I don't understand.
Transgendered Eskimo in winter coat.
It's an important distinction.
That was such a comic thing too, because it's almost 90 degrees. I think it tapped out at 81 today.
No, it didn't. Real feel was at least 87. Real feel. I'm going by the real feel.
Guys, I want to introduce you to the newest member of the Big Weird family.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Levon.
He's a sweet little baby. We love him so much. He's the light of my life. He doesn't really like me too much, but it's all right. All right, well, where did she go?
Where'd you get him, Casey?
I found him in the backyard. I actually ripped him away from his family. It was a pretty sad story. I saw a mother with 3 kittens in the backyard, and I was so excited. And I went and told my downstairs neighbor. They're the only ones with access. And they're like, yeah, they're back there all the time or whatever. And they're like, you want to catch one? I was like, yeah, sure. So I went out there, but I saw the look in the mom's eyes, and I couldn't do it. So I bobbled the catch on purpose. And I was like, well, looks like it's not happening. And then the next day, the old guy was like, I got one for you. So anyway,
oh my God.
So it's very heartbreaking. I don't know. I mean, he was living on the street, so we're giving him a good life, but also, ripped him away from his mom.
Come around looking for him.
His mom has been sitting in the backyard, and I'm afraid.
Oh my God!
In her house. It's very sad. Anyway, he looks happy, right? I don't know what to do.
That's
entire
depressing.
Has been you petting your cat for the past 4 days.
I can't stop. I haven't left bed. I haven't done anything.
You've really become your father during quarantine. You've gotten a more burly aesthetic, a little bit of class.
I know. I'm gonna kill a man, and no one's gonna find out about it. We're very excited to have him. Millie, my dog, isn't too excited, but we're it's all coming together, boys.
That's good. I've been doing you know what? I was going to talk about how I feel good that I've been working out, but then I hurt myself. But then Will's been working out way more than me, and I don't want to rehash this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I feel good about myself and then have Will go, well, actually, you're not eating raw meat every meal.
That's inaccurate as to what actually happened in the conversation, and it's more effective when I point on Zoom. Last time, you told me what you were doing, then you asked me what I've been doing, and I simply stated fact. It wasn't.
And then you went on to say, so ask me whatever, but I could just answer with, it's more than you're doing. We have witnesses.
I do. I'm the witness, and I do recall that. Will.
Well, listen, man. I like to exercise. What can I say?
Everything Will does, he does so extreme. If he's exercising, he's doing it constantly. If he's partying, he's near death.
If he's in love, he's ready to murder for this woman.
Yeah, it's true. There's no half measures with my buddy here. That's why I love him. Anyway, you both look better than me, so take solace in that.
Yeah, I don't understand. You slept 2 hours today, or you slept 2 hours last night?
I don't know how to answer that.
Feels like entrapment. That question.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but
I don't either.
I'm
That's
excited.
fine.
We got a hot show. I think this is the best damn Zoom show. I've done a few of them here and there. Some of them good, some of them are bad. A lot of these people don't know how to host. They just sit and talk about whatever, and they don't ask any questions. But here, folks, we get to the bottom of things.
We're full of questions.
We know what we're doing. We're goddamn professionals. So you came to the best damn Zoom show in comedy history. It's my belief and the belief of many people.
Many people.
Yeah.
Many people say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have to start the show soon, but let me just start with, we don't ever do anything political, but did you guys see this stupid flag for the Space Force thing?
Oh, no. What's it look like?
They have a logo, and then they did like a flag because they're like, hey, remember space? Trying to distract us from how everything's horrible and we're inside on Zoom right now.
I did forget about space.
This I can't get over it because it looks like the Star Trek logo. Like every time I think it's more and more of a joke, but it's not.
What does the Space do?
What?
What does Space Force do?
It's like
I don't know, but there was a headline that I read today that said something about Donald Trump unveils Space Force logo and also hints at, quote, super duper bomb or super duper missile. He referred to it as a super duper missile.
Damn.
So it's it's one of the more surreal things, man. I don't understand it anymore. I'm just, that's why I ate half a pizza.
I gotta say, I know you're a big fan of the guy, Ryan, but I don't like him. But this is a pretty cool thing. I like Space Force, super duper bomb. This stuff is good, and I don't want to step on your toes because, again, huge fan on your part on that.
Okay, is that what we're doing? We have to bring yet another. Here it is. Trump unveils official Space Force flag and hints at new super duper missile. That's a real headline.
Fuck yeah.
And that's as far as I get, as I read the headline and then I go. Another person with a great informed opinion is our first guest. You ready for our first guest?
All right, I'm very excited.
Oh my gosh!
For the two best heads of hair in comedy are gonna be. It certainly ain't Will or I.
It's not happening right now.
So it's either Ryan Beck or our first guest, the mean, the green, the one and only Mr. Robert Dean.
Bobby!
Boys!
Wow.
Boys, it is so good to see you.
Good
Let me
to
get
see
my
you.
angle on right. Oh, God,
Wait.
it's good to see you.
Whose hair is looking better today, Ryan or Bobby?
Mine's pretty dirty.
Ryan's got the sheen going. Bobby's.
Bobby's my hair. I'm taking 4 showers a day now.
Oh, are
This-
you
this-
depressed?
This is overly washed. But it's coming in. I'm excited.
Robert, are you depressed?
Am I depressed?
Yeah.
Ryan, I was depressed before this.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Robert not depressed? I
Come
can't remember a time.
There's been like we had a couple nice walks together.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And I miss
It's like usually bookended though.
I miss those walks. Without the walks, I'm nothing. This
Yeah.
shirt is my favorite thing of the pandemic. I don't know if we can read it.
I don't always stop and look at trains,
But what?
but there's more.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait, yes.
Oh, wait. Yes, I do.
What the fuck is that?
It's who I am now.
Where did you get that?
I bought it online. Listen, guys, I've become a train fan.
No!
All aboard.
Bobby!
Wow. Can a
You
guy
know,
who's
you guys-
depressed do that?
you guys were always like, oh man, that Robert Dean, he always stops and looks at trains. And I'm here to say, I don't always. All right, I don't always stop and look at trains. Oh wait, yes I do.
Yeah. Bobby,
Right, that's it.
do you have a favorite kind of train, model, year?
I like the subway car.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like the old ones that go like this.
Wow.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
These new
They look
ones,
like arms.
they don't go like this, or the steam. I like the steam that comes out. I mostly like watching trains go into tunnels because it reminds me of sex. Can I be dirty on this? Is it okay?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's not all trains.
Have you been having any?
I love when it goes in, then backs up, then goes in again, then gets soft and can't make the tunnel.
And then all the passengers get off.
That's good. And then the tunnel leaves them for a younger train.
Good stuff, guys.
Have you been having this sex during the quarantine, Bobby?
No, I have not.
Who would you do it with?
Who would I do it with?
Well, I mean, because we're quarantined. I don't understand.
If you
If
had
you-
one
Well,
choice.
Casey thinks I'm out here, meeting up with women on the apps, talking about trains, and then, hanging out with them. But no. I have no interest in ever seeing anyone ever again.
Wow.
Will, you and Robert are the only two single, Casey and I are both married. Like, are you guys on the apps and now? What is it like?
No. Casey and I have a very close mutual friend who has been quite successful on the apps during quarantine. It is he went on a quarantine date, and then an hour later they were in the apartment having sex with each other. That's how crazy quarantine has made people.
A little
Wow.
job. And now they're officially dating. So it's been a wild
You
ride.
have to be, right? You have to gotta close that loop and just settle down with whoever you do it with.
Yeah.
That's good for your roommate.
Now, Bobby, I saw you made some action figures of yourself.
I did.
Quick question: What? Why?
I went
Good
full
question.
forward on this.
Why?
Listen, I'm embarrassed by it. It was the first week of this craziness, and I don't know, decided to buy a bunch of figures that kind of look like me and paint them to be me. You know what? You can't ask why someone does something, but yes, I did paint a number of action figures to look like me. But I'm over that now. Now I'm into trains. Listen, the action figures, that was fun. I made a video. It's on my Instagram. Thank you for plugging it, Casey. I have an album out next week of stand-up comedy. Remember stand-up comedy? God, what a fucking world. Such a long time ago.
Yeah. Are you?
I've been trying to keep busy. I hurt my back because I, like a lot of people, I took up bike riding like a month ago. And I've just been like going like crazy distances. And then I realized my bike posture is terrible.
Yeah.
So my back right now really hurting. So that's why I'm against the wall.
Do you have one of those bikes with like the regular handles, or do you have one with like where you have to lean forward?
Recumbent.
I got the regular guys, but I didn't like, my bike wasn't made for me. I just like my last bike I bought on Walmart.com, and it was $100, and it was a piece of trash, and it broke while I was riding it, and I was like 8 miles from home.
You had to put it together yourself, right?
I kind of did, like a little bit.
That might be why it broke.
It was janky and terrible. So I'm riding it, and then a pedal snapped off, thank God, in front of a bicycle shop 8 miles from home. And I was just like, I need to buy.
That sounds like a scam.
Yeah, it sounds like a trap.
Right in front?
Right in front. Wait a minute. Right
Yeah.
in front.
That sounds like something's up there.
Yeah. They had that special deal for bikes that break down right in front.
What an odd twist. Will's been biking too. Why don't you two talk about it?
He's just going to say he's gone further than you.
Yeah,
No.
it's true. He's gonna
No,
wow you.
I maxed out. I went to Roosevelt Island yesterday, which is the coolest place I've ever been to in New York City.
Hands down. Absolutely.
And people don't talk about it. Everybody that had asked about it was like, what's the point? I went there. It was the chillest place ever. It's just old people, a college, and a fucking FDR monument. It's the chillest shit I've ever been to.
So sick. I also will, if you go into the city and then go up and go to Randall's Island, there's no one lives on Randall's Island, so it's pretty desolate. And I've been smoking joints behind the John McEnroe Tennis Center, and it seems appropriate.
Bobby.
Let's go smoke joints, dude.
Yeah, separately 6 feet apart behind the John McEnroe Tennis Center. I'm there every day.
You can throw the joints back and forth. I think that
the only time I've ever been to Randall's Islands, I've always done drugs because that's where they had a bunch of electronic concerts when as a youth. I would go and take all the Molly in the world and then run around on that island.
Yeah, now you can do that with no one else there. There'll be like one guy chipping golf balls. That's like it. It's just you and him on the entire island.
That's Randall's. That's Randall's.
We don't support drug use on this show, but if you boys want to do it,
never mind. I take it all back.
We've got some acid in the house. We've been waiting for the right time to do it. But I don't know. We're just gonna stare at the wall, look out the window. I don't know. It might turn sour. What do you think, Bobby? Should we do it?
You have to have activities. I mean, maybe if you guys go to a park.
No. I don't want to be around people. It's gonna be scary. The masks are gonna cause some mental trauma.
That's true.
Or maybe just hide my laundry basket. I don't know.
That could be fun. Yeah, I feel like you would need like cardboard boxes to make into spaceships. Like you guys have to have a whole day of like children activities.
Yeah, we could do that. We can join Space Force.
Pet your cat.
Pet the cat. Did you see my cat, Bobby?
I did. I cannot believe what a cute gimmick you got there.
This little guy is just always within arm's reach, it seems.
Stay close.
Courtney's just standing off camera, just holding it. Do you need it? Do you need to be relatable?
I'm like, shut up. Give me the damn cat. Yeah, there you go.
Do you need something to fill the silence, Casey? You could hold the kitten again.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk anymore. I just want to show my boy.
So adorable. And that's enough of that.
Well, this has been fun, Bobby, huh? Did you guys have more questions for Robert?
I hate how this is the only way I get to catch up with people, but it's really nice to see.
Well, it's not the only way. It's just the way that we're doing it now.
This is the only way I get.
Okay.
So please, if anyone's watching who books stand-up comedy Zoom shows, I don't talk to anyone else. If you couldn't tell by my train love, I really need this. So thank you guys.
We need you, Robert.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah, stay with us, Robert, please.
Wait, like literally, or can I get out of?
No. I mean, like, don't kill yourself, but get off.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, think about it. There couldn't be a benefit show or a funeral.
All right, Bobby Dean. I'm just joking. I love you, Robert.
I don't always stop and look at trains. Oh, wait. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
Good night,
Robert Dean, everybody.
It's been Robert Dean, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him.
That's great.
What a sweet
Robert Dean. I love Robert Dean so much. And I think it's because we both have like a bond that our own egos are what keep us from self-harm. So
yeah, you both have that. It's like your joke. Like you have low self-esteem, but high confidence or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, good talk, boys. We ready to introduce the next guest? William, would you like to introduce her?
This next guest is a treasure, one of the best in the world. A good friend of ours. Ladies and gentlemen, put your little Zoom hands together for the one, the only Joe Firestone!
Hi, Joe.
Thank you. It sounded like somebody had a flute, but that could have been just the Zoom.
It might have been Robert Dean's train whistle.
I got to say something. I've known Robert Dean for about, I'd say 9 years now. Had no idea we were calling him Bobby, and I wish somebody would have told me.
Oh, it's so much better. Bobby Dean? Bobby
it's
Dean.
Way better, and I don't understand why you guys kept that a secret or what's going on. Are there any other nicknames I don't know about?
We call you JoJo.
Yeah,
okay.
JoJo. Your full name is Josephine, is this correct?
No.
Cool.
Joe.
I I gotta say another thing. I got a couple announcements.
All right, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
First of all, thank you for having me. It's nice to see you all.
Always
Honored
nice.
to have you.
I gotta say something. I didn't realize there was a void until I heard Will Winters laugh again, and I realized, oh, that's what I missed. That's what was missing from staying home all the time.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
heard it in years, and there it is again. Ooh, it's
Oh,
like
God.
milk to the baby.
Milk to the baby.
It's like milk to the baby.
The classic saying, milk to the baby.
Joe, your hair looks very cool.
Hey, it's kind of growing out. Something about the bangs. Pretty soon you get them in the eyes, and that it's dangerous.
Yeah. My wife just cut hers because there was down. She looked like Sia around the house, and then she cut them herself.
Yeah, bangs are dangerous endeavor. They could loop in, go inside your retina,
they stab
detach
you.
your eyeball.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Get an eye patch.
Yeah, my cousin, she's an eye doctor, and she told me about a kid that ran into a tree branch. And you ever think about that the next time you're running around trees?
True.
That's tough. I had a kid. I went to the elementary school with a kid, and they said he was in a sledding accident and got stuck in a tree branch, and it ripped one of his testicles out.
Whoa!
And everybody was saying that his mom tried to put to replace it. She tried to put like a marshmallow and like a walnut in there.
That's such a little kid thing.
I
to
know.
Just assume.
Well, the kid denied it the whole time. Then we got to high school, and he admitted that he did rip his nut out, but the whole marshmallow thing was a complete fabrication.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to get anybody canceled, but I just want to. How big is a child's testicle? Is it the size of a walnut?
It varies from like that to that. I would say it depends on their size and weight, their attitude. Honestly,
How big my little kid testes were.
I thought.
I don't remember my balls ever getting like bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like they've been there, but then the rest of it filled in. It's kind of like I've always had a big nose, and then the rest of my face started to catch up.
Yeah, I feel like the balls come prepackaged.
you guys just had huge balls as babies.
I mean, apparently, I don't remember remember other things getting bigger, but the balls I think were a constant.
I don't remember getting any hair down there, and then all of a sudden it was like a light switch, and I was just all the way. Am I the only one?
So they were big, bald testicles next to your little baby legs for as long as you could remember until you grew up.
That's what I'm.
Mhm.
I understand.
Yeah, that's why sports are pretty tough.
Yeah.
We sure are. How was puberty for you, Joe? Was it a smooth transition, or was it?
It was so awesome. Thank you for asking me. I was waiting for somebody to do that, and yes, it was so awesome. I loved the way everything grew in different ways. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like we should just, from now on, we should ask every guest about that, right? For the rest of the however long we do these shows, just like this is what we do. We keep people inside for months on end, and then we ask them about their puberty.
Well, I feel like this is going to be the last one if we keep.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably the best.
How's quarantine been treating you, Joe? What have you been getting into? Anything weird? Building birdhouses or something, I imagine?
I haven't been building any birdhouses. No. Well, what I did is I installed an air conditioner. That was pretty big.
Wow.
You know what? How?
No, I said wow.
Oh, I was gonna tell you.
I want to hear how.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like the window is a mouth, and you're giving it a cookie, and you say open wide, and then you chomp down on the cookie, and then you say, "Well, it's done."
That's beautiful. You should write an instruction manual.
Yeah. You guys have air? You got to get them before New York's gonna be crazy. You got to get them. If you don't have, you have them.
I've got
3.
I've got 2. I need to put mine in. I'm actually sweating. I have a damp cloth here because I'm gushing sweat everywhere. It's really coming on fast.
Do you think it's the fake glasses, maybe?
They're adding a lot of heat for sure. I'm also wearing a full snowsuit below this. I'm making a lot of bad decisions today, but
That's okay.
Joe, did you see Levon?
I knew that was
love
coming.
Levon. I was waiting for Levon. Oh, and Levon goes away. So,
Back.
oh, and there's
There
Levon.
you go.
You know, I think about that. Oh, and there's Levon. Now, do you know if Levon's a boy or a girl?
Yeah, it looks like, speaking of testes, it looks like he's got little balls, but you can't really tell. So we figured out he's probably a boy. He's supposed to
Honestly,
like squeeze his anal glands or something, but I'm not getting into that.
no. I heard that you're not supposed to do that because if you do it, you can't stop. It's like heroin. If you never touch this stuff, then it'll never need to be expressed.
Like I'm gonna get addicted to squeezing his.
Yeah, that's what it made. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like it's like heroin because it's so exciting.
It's like an after-school special with Ben Affleck, and they're just like he's just hiding in the bathroom squeezing a cat's anal gland.
It's just like the egg thing. This is your brain. This is your brain when you touch your cat's asshole.
It's like a big no sign, and then you're like, neat. No, it's
Just one more. I just need one more.
I like that they call it expressing.
just poetry.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
It's like, what is this about? You know?
Yeah, expressing
Yeah.
stuff. That's what that song was about by Madonna.
No, I gotta ask you guys something because I have only watched one program of television since starting
What the fuck?
quarantine. I know something's. I think that maybe I've turned out to be a killer. But what have been watching is younger. So I wonder if by the time any of you are 40 years old, do you think you could pass as 26 and get a job in publishing?
No, I don't think I could get a job in publishing now.
Okay.
Yeah, you also need a high school degree, I assume. And well, I would say I looked like I was about 14 through my 20s. And then the past 3 years of my 30s, I've aged about 40 years. I imagine by the time I'm 40, I'm gonna look like I'm 89. So it's really a crapshoot. I don't know what's happened to my body, but it ain't good.
I'm sure that I'm going to look exactly the same as I do now, but I'll just act even crankier. And there's no chance that I'll be able to hold down any kind of job.
Yeah.
I can do it. It just depends on how fat I am. If I'm like, because I'm always yo-yoing between like 20 or 30 pounds. And if I'm 30 pounds heavier, I look like I'm 45. Or people treat me like I'm a 45 fat bald guy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm lower on my weight, then I'm cuter. And the baldness makes me look younger and almost ageless.
So you're saying being bald makes you look younger than if you had hair. Is that what you're...
Yeah, because my aged me the entire time, bro. And then I went like, and it was just like babyface Will is back. It's a big thing, dude. People talked about it.
Yeah, everyone's like, look how big his testicles are. This guy's barely 12. He's such a baby.
Joe, do you think you could get away with this ruse that this woman got away with?
No, I'm very bad at lying. Once somebody's onto me, I really cave instantly.
Yeah.
I don't have any secrets, pretty much.
Really? It's not a good secret keeper?
Well, I'm trying to think of a secret I could tell you. Oh, I guess. Okay, I'll tell you a secret.
She's cracked. This is true. You really did crack right away.
Okay. So, whoops. Okay, so I'll tell you a secret. I got 4 candles because they were on sale, and 2 of them smell like shit. And I don't know if I should say the company. You know what I mean?
It's Yankee.
Yankee.
You think it's Yankee?
Yeah.
What,
Well, Yankee. It
was Myers. Myers has the basil one kind of stinky and the Germanian one. This smells like pee and poop.
Wow.
It's actually more lit. It seems like you've used more of it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It smells like
Why?
Saint
Bad
Germain.
smell. It's like touching your cat's asshole. I can't get enough of it.
You're getting a lot of that. Look at that. It's really burnt down.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Burn
Tell us-
Bridge. Whose candle is it?
Tell us the candle brand.
Okay, listen, I don't want to get sued, but I'm going to show you what the candle looks like.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
litigious in any way.
See what I'm saying?
That's a non-branded candle. That's like a dollar store candle.
No, it's Bed Bath & Beyond.
I don't know. Think about it.
But it smells like shit. What is the advertised scent?
You're right on.
Okay, so it's advertised as apple, but it smells like shit. We'll get to the bottom of this by next week.
Okay. Okay, think about it. Hey,
All right.
Think about it.
All right.
Hey, does anyone here have more than one bathroom?
No.
No.
Do you?
No.
No, I have not. Well, why do you ask, Joe?
I don't know. I keep thinking about if I could have one luxury, would it be a second bathroom or a washer dryer in unit,
Oh yeah.
or
What
just a little outdoor space? But I
Yeah, a house. Why wouldn't the luxury just be a house?
Yeah, that would be nice. I might, my limits are low. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like you use your imagination a little more, Joe.
I guess I
Would
need to
you
use my
second
imagination.
Full bath or a half bath?
What?
Would
A
you have
shower too? A second
Oh.
shower?
Shower, put it in. Yeah, put it in.
Yeah, we're dreaming big now.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And a hand mixer, coffee whip. You guys made it.
A coffee.
Oh, we're
whip?
out of the bathroom now. We're in the,
What are you
we're in the
doing?
kitchen.
I don't know
we're in
what
the
you're
kitchen
even
now.
talking about anymore.
Coffee whip. It's the trending drink of 2020.
What is it
Coffee
called?
whip. I
Like a
thought that
fat-
was bleach wipes. Classic stuff. All right, folks.
Well, Joe, it's been lovely having you. Thanks for stopping by. You're
Hey.
always an angel. Is there anything you want to promote before you get out of here?
I guess coffee whip.
Coffee
Okay,
whip.
Coffee whip. Look
Okay.
out for
Try
coffee
it.
whips in
Thanks
2020.
Thanks for having me. Okay,
Thanks
goodbye.
for coming, Joe.
We love you, Joe. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, isn't that fun, boys?
The best.
Is Will's mic cutting out a little bit, or is that just on my end?
I have no idea.
Great. Okay.
Great.
Well, it looks like our next guest has already popped in.
Hello, Laurie. Laurie Kilmartin, everybody.
Hi,
Laurie
guys.
Kilmartin.
We can
Hello.
see you.
You can. Darn it.
Hi, Laurie.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm not well. And I don't like anyone who is. I
Yeah.
think we should all be awful.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me stand so I can give it my all.
I haven't stood in so long.
What's going on? What's going on with you mentally, physically? How are you feeling? What's happening?
I'm quarantining with an 82-year-old and a 13-year-old. And
Oh no.
Lord.
yes, that's my age range on Tinder, by the way. No, guys, I'm sorry, I won't do jokes, but
Yeah.
I am, and it's exhausting, and I want out. I want a bunker to hide in. I don't even want to hide from Corona. I embrace it. I just want to hide from these two needy fucks that I live with right now.
Are you related? Are you related to these people, or is it just some kind of random?
That's the kind of question that we have to ask because we're just like sad Brooklyn men. That we're like, do you have to live? Do you just have to live with a 13-year-old? Is that like
Well, he had the security deposit, so I guess they. He's one's my son and one's my mother.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's not.
Okay.
I don't know how immigrants did it, really, and it's a horrible way to live. And
what's harder? Which one's harder?
Which one's
like
harder?
The age, like your mother, like, is it harder to live with an 80-year-old or a 13-year-old?
if I could just do a dick joke, the 13-year-old is obviously harder, but who's more difficult is the 82-year-old for sure. I have to go after this. I have to go to CBS and get stool softener. There's so many out of both of their nether regions. Just stuff is flying out, and there's one
Wow.
bathroom, and I'm the only one that cleans it. So
Oof.
it's
Oh my
100%
God.
gross.
Your son is going through the change of life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How's that treating you?
It's okay. I mean, it's the homeschooling. I'm just not participating in the schooling. It's pass fail this semester, so I don't care. Like I
Yeah,
cared.
low bar.
Yeah, I cared before all this, and now I don't. It's really changed me as a mother. I thought I was already hands off, but now I don't give a shit at all.
Oh my God, this is great. How long? We were just talking about how long has he been going through puberty, and how has it changed? We're talking about puberty earlier, so now I'm very.
I heard. My ears perked up when I heard boy's testicle or child's testicle. Whatever the show's phrasing was.
Yeah, you probably know. You might have a better memory than we do about our own bodies, but like little boys,
this big. That's normal, right?
There you go. Yeah,
two of them that size.
Big.
Like 2 hockey pucks in a sock.
Yeah, sure. I haven't been around down there in a bunch of years. You know, after he learned to wipe, I was like, that's yours.
That's nice. I thought you were gonna say after like Hurricane Katrina or something. We don't go down anymore.
But now I'm around there and my mom, because she's forgotten how to wipe. So it's really the circle of life. It makes me want to kill myself.
That's truly beautiful. I'm sorry.
Well, it'll soften up, and you know.
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
out. I don't know.
I wish it would get out.
Oh my God. Are you in your childhood bedroom right now? Because that's the vibe I'm getting.
You know what? People have commented. I guess I stopped growing emotionally as a 14-year-old. So yeah, this is my bureau.
It's definitely the bureau that makes it feel like 14-year-old.
It's my grandma's bureau. No, I was going for, I don't know. I just wanted white furniture, and I found it. But yeah, I apologize. I'm not a teenager, but my tastes run that way.
You don't have to apologize for that.
Not to us.
So do you guys normally live together, or is this a quarantine special?
We do. It's you know, it's special because I haven't left the house in so long. I used to go to work every day, and now I work from home. And obviously, we're all doing shows in our bedrooms. And I used to go on the road or get out. And so now I'm just around these people all the time. These two relatives. And I guess I was able to dodge them for several years, and now it's just relentless. Asking favors.
Are you tired of like, at first it was a novelty to do all these Zoom things and to come in back into like, I don't usually use this room all that much, you know, I like sleep in the other room and do that. And so I've been like, slowly I was like, oh, this is fun. I get to use this little space of my house. And now I am like very tired of sitting here.
I'm tired of this corner. I hate it. Also, like, I was excited too. I was like, hey, this is more fun than stand-up actually sometimes, you know. If you have like a Zoom audience and you have some laughter, it's a lot easier than going out to a club. And now that was maybe the first 2 shows. And now I'm like, oh, this is awful. And it might be for like 2 more years, you know. I mean,
no.
I know. There's some clubs opening up, I think, but I don't know. I'd be really wary about performing for anyone who wants to go to a comedy club right now. I just don't think they're taking any precautions.
Yeah, you have to wonder about their taste, right? You're like, are they like, do I want them to like me?
Yeah.
These people that are out?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the harder they laugh, the more you're exposed to whatever's in their mouth. So this is the time to try all that weird shit that never works, I guess, if you want to keep yourself sane.
So you're a successful touring comedian. How has this affected you, business wise? How do you see things bouncing back in the future? How's this affected you?
I mean, I've lost some work. I kind of work during hiatus weeks because I work on Conan, so I still have that job. And then during like dark weeks, I would go on the road. So I've lost all the dark week work. I mean, like everyone has. Zoom is like, you can get $25 from people donating. There's no way to make up for that income,
Yeah, because people are saying it's gonna like trickle down. So like the people that are like, arena acts are gonna be in theaters, theater acts are gonna be in clubs. So like the three of us are on like the bottom rung of comedy. So we're basically going to be underground once this is over.
Well,
So-
I wonder if like if people that are good at like booking their own kind of bar shows, like that's sort of almost a little bit more of like a music way to do comedy, are going to do better because they're used to going to smaller venues. And you know, when it all starts to come back in again, I was just at Acme in Minneapolis in February, like right before everything started clamping down, and it's such a full room, and I realized, I might never have that experience again, or there might be a really long time before there's just like 200 people just packed sitting next to each other. And you know, that's what makes for great comedy is like that denseness. So every night's going to be like a Monday night. Feels like, you know,
it's going to be brutal. I mean, it's going to be rough. Like we've done, you know, we're here in New York City, Caroline's. If there's any less than like,
oh my God,
200 people in there, then it fucking sucks. I'm sorry to say, but it's terrible. So a lot of places like that, it's like you need there to be people on top of people for it to have any semblance of a good show.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's just bad news here. Great. I apologize. I'm in a terrible place. I only like saying bad things because it makes me feel better. I apologize.
No, same here. How's it been working with Conan? How are you guys dealing with the quarantine over there?
You know, it's really hard to write alone, and then I just miss a lot of the interactions and stuff. We kind of don't, you know, we do very limited Zoom meetings, and then we're sort of on our own to do stuff. And it sounds kind of fun at first, but it's really not. You kind of feed off of each other, and and
now
you
you have
don't
to
know
make your own coffee. You have to pay for your own coffee.
Yes. Yeah. And then you just don't know when to take a break because, you know, it's one of those things where when it never feels done, you're like, oh, did I do enough? And so, it's fine. I mean, the shows are fun and he's doing really funny stuff, but it's hard to, it's more fun to be in the office.
Yeah,
for sure. Woof. Well, I'm sufficiently bummed out, guys.
Ryan, you've met Laurie before. You want to talk
Laurie,
about that?
we worked together in Bloomington. And
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. It was a great weekend.
That was fun. And Jackie was just there as everything was starting to close up. And she just said the crowds were getting thinner and thinner, like as it went Thursday through Saturday, you know, just.
I think.
Sorry, I know you tried to bring it to it in an upswing, and I'm like, wait, I've got more bad news.
I don't know. You're like, no, everybody's dead.
Well, I'll say this. I think the problem is that like an ideal comedy audience, someone to receive your jokes, is somebody that's like pretty savvy, you know, in the sense that they are maybe intelligent and read the news. And that is why we're at a distinct advantage. Because like, if I was really we have so many people that are just deciding that this is over. And that's like such a noble thing.
Yeah.
You know, just to decide that it's over, like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then like going out to fight at a Red Lobster or whatever. So.
Well, honestly, I mean, I was outdoors and I didn't see any COVID. So I don't know why we're all staying inside.
Right. You can't see it. It's not there.
I mean, I've never been more delighted. I mean, I get so happy when I read a story about someone who was out protesting and then 2 weeks later got COVID.
Oh God, that's the dream. That's beautiful.
It does make my heart sing. And I hope it was a bad one.
Yeah. I've been staying safe. I've felt a little sick today, and I think it might have something to do with my new kitten, Levon. How you doing? But we brought him in from outside, and he has been sneezing directly in my mouth. So
yeah, the cats can, I guess, pass it, right?
Yeah, that seems to be what's going on. I think he did.
I appreciate how chill and relaxed you are about it, Casey. You seem to be accepting whatever happens to you, which is a great attitude.
I love that so much.
Life is life.
Also, I still can't get over how you're just able to reach off screen and pull a cat. What is he doing?
I reached. Can he walk? Like, what's up here?
Casey, I don't know if you're a prop comic, but you're becoming one. And with great agility, you're able to grab things from your trunk.
Zoom,
weird.
the magicians, we're all worried about comedy and everything. I want to know about Zoom magic shows. And
my God.
I got to find one. I'm going to Google it.
That's a good idea.
Or Zoom comedy hypnotist, where they're like, yeah, mail me your toilet paper or whatever.
Those guys are such scammers and hucksters. I'm sure they're on top of it. I'm sure they're making more money now. Yeah.
They work the protests.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they're causing their protests.
Right, yeah. You're all brainwashed anyway,
It's a hoax.
I'm sure they're still very successful. I don't know if you've seen when there's like a magician or anything that's not stand-up comedy on a comedy show, but the audience's eyes, from my experience, they light up and they're like, oh my God, this is so much better than somebody talking about their dick.
I did a show in Queens one time with a strong man who bent metal, and everyone was, and then I had to go on after that, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm following a strong man.
Yeah, why are they so happy to not be made laughing? Like, hey, I'm here to make you happier. Boo, fuck you, bring the guy who lifts shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Audiences actively hate comedy, and I don't get it. It's like they've been trying to get us to stop it for 100 years, and this will finally be the thing. I don't know.
Well, I don't think the pandemic's going to slow us down. I think we're going to bounce back.
Yeah.
Laurie,
Ryan, I appreciate your upbeat way to end my segment, but no. It's not.
Laurie, you're in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All the people I know in LA have a way worse outlook on this than New York people. And I think it's because you guys have had better lives, like living situations for longer. Because New York people are kind of chilling right now. Like, it sucks, but it's whatever. But whenever I talk to somebody from LA, it's the end of the fucking world. And it's because you can't like do all of your LA shit, like run around and fucking wear cool clothes. I don't know what you do out there.
Cool clothes.
I do that a lot. I run around in cool clothes, but also, I mean, it's like everyone here works in show business, and the whole thing's been shut down. So maybe we're all grim because the gaffer next door is, suicidal, and I don't know.
Yeah, you guys just have a basic standard of living as well. We accept anything, everything is shit, wall to wall all the time. So.
Yeah. Is it snowing there now? I thought there was some insane weather a couple days ago in New York.
Yeah, last week it was in the 20s, real feel, Will. And then today it was almost 90 degrees, real feel.
Oh
again.
my God, he's refilling it.
The way it feels.
Still feeling hard over here. Yeah, so
it was like 20 degrees, and now it's like 87. I got to be accurate because I got called out earlier.
Yeah. You should be accurate. Your audience expects that of you, Ryan.
Yes, I know. That's right.
Well, Laurie, this has been lovely. It's so nice to meet you. I've been a big fan for a long time, and I appreciate all the work you did. Thanks for coming out. Levon, appreciate it.
Bye, Levon. Bye, guys.
Bye, Laurie. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Laurie Kilmartin, everybody. Fantastic. We have one more guest, guys. One more. And you know what? This guy makes me laugh so hard. Just so hard. I love this man so much. Please welcome Sean Patton.
Sean!
Yes! Dude, what if I was the first guest? Just be like, guys, get the fuck. I'm gonna do a set. Guys, I got a hot 10 to run, mother.
Yeah. Well, do you have that?
I've actually been so I'm in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and I walk a lot at night.
I'm in Crown Heights.
You're in Crown Heights?
Yeah.
Are you want to do a walk soon?
Yeah, I would love that.
A 6 feet walk. I got masks, I got gloves. I've been playing this shit super safe, except for this gash on my head. Sometimes you got to fight a set of drunk stares because they're
my God.
They're talking shit about your mom and everyone else's mom, and you got to show them their place by slamming your head into them. Anyway, so
what happened to these stairs?
Downstairs.
I fell down the stairs. That's 100% what happened. I was drunk on Kakoli wine.
Yeah.
Which was, drinking's been a coping mechanism for a lot of us this the past 8 weeks.
Yeah, certainly. Or past 30
60.
years.
I think I'm on day 60 or 61.
Fuck, man. I don't.
Yeah.
It's and I started my quarantine officially started on March 18th because I was in San Diego the weekend before doing shows at the American Comedy Company because it has a 200-person cap. And at the time, I was under the 250-person cap that all of California was under. So we did the shows. We're super safe. Like fucking wiped down the mics and all that jazz. Didn't talk to anybody afterwards. And then I stayed in San Diego for 3 extra days because my sister and her friend were her friend had gotten sick and was in the hospital while she was out there visiting me, and it was her birthday.
With the thing?
It wasn't. It turned out to not be the thing. But I'm gonna say this: like California is doing a great job, but from my experience, there's at least one hospital in San Diego that had no clue what the fuck it was doing because it kept like testing her and then telling her they couldn't run her test and then telling her she had it for sure and then being like, no, we haven't actually run your test yet. That's just speculative. We just think you have it. And a lot of it, and I was like, I'm not going to leave here until I know my sister is okay. And she's not leaving her friend behind. And they eventually just rented a car. She got released from the hospital. They just rented a car and drove back to New Orleans.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's a drive. And then I booked I booked a flight from San Diego to New York about an hour and 40 minutes before it took off. And it was like $108. It was crazy. Oh. It was crazy how cheap it was. Yeah, sweet. But so since the 18th, oh yeah, by the way, weeks later, that hospital contacted my sister's friend and was like, oh, you tested negative, by the way.
Oh,
and she had just like normal pneumonia. She's also young, but like,
oh yeah, sure.
Run of the mill pneumonia.
Normal pneumonia. But she's okay. But like, it's been since March 18th. So it's, point is, I drink sometimes too much. Yeah. And I fell down some fucking stairs. And I was wearing a bandana like Willie Nelson style.
Oh, hell yeah. I've been doing that too. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I fucking like how it looks and my hair sucks right now. And so the beam the iron beam of the old brownstone never actually made contact with my flesh. So in a way, I like damaged myself I still adhere to the social distancing guidelines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was still
no contact.
And actually, Ryan, last time I was at the Cellar, you were there.
Yeah.
It was like a Sunday night, and we were doing the thing for Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, man, why isn't it full in here?
Yeah. That was it was kind of like you could start to tell that something was up because there was an empty table at the Cellar in the front area. Like it wasn't like the way back, like late show situation. It was like a table in the front. And I hadn't seen that at the Cellar, I think, ever. So
yeah, it started to feel, and Will Sylvince, the host, was wearing gloves. He was the first person I saw wearing plastic gloves ever during this. Mm-hmm. And it was like, what are you doing, dude? You look like, because it looked like he was wearing the type of, like, I was like, are you also running back to the kitchen and plating up fucking
right
chicken fingers for people? What are you doing? Yeah, man, like that. You and Meron and I want to say Shane Torres, but someone else. It was like, hey guys, see you next week.
Yep. And
was that the last Sunday before quarantine?
It was the Sunday before the Sunday.
Okay, I was there the last Sunday before quarantine, and it was like there was just a dark feel in the room. Like none of us, all the comics are like, I don't really feel like we should be here. Like we had to put the little condoms on top of the microphone and bring our own microphone in.
Yeah.
And dump it off. The crowd, there was an unease. Like people were mad. This one guy looked like Tony Soprano, just like yelling at everyone. I saw these 3 old people where they're hanging out and they're yelling at each other about how far apart they were. And the whole thing was a mess. And I was like, I don't think we should be doing this anymore. And then 2 days later, it was all over.
Maybe. So wait. Are you saying you're behind this?
What? Yeah, no, I got
this. Wait, so this is you? This is your fucking.
Yeah, dude. Why do you think I'm wearing glasses, man? I'm a scientist.
Wait a second. So wait, let me get this straight. We're all quarantining. People have lost their livelihood because you're uncomfortable with audiences yelling at each other?
Yeah, Sean, what's not clear about it?
What the fuck, man?
What? What are you gonna do about it?
I mean,
son of a bitch.
nothing, because I'm afraid to get too close. Oh shit! All right.
I mean, I got my muscle here,
again
brother.
with the
You take it up with the boss.
Have you given that cat CBD? It looks fucked up.
I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he's got conjunctivitis or something. He sneezes a lot. We should probably take him to the vet, but you know.
You can put him back outside with his family, who's still outside.
Stop it. The family's gone. He's our family now. We love him.
Wait, have we talked about Ryan's coif yet?
Yeah, we have.
What's wrong with it? I haven't showered.
It's good, dude. It looks like I feel like I'm looking at I feel like I'm in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, checking out
Steamboat Springs.
a fresh slope after the snow melts and the bike trails open.
Well, this way it looks like it's okay. If I push it the other way, it's a nightmare. I look like I've been doing who knows what.
You know what look you have? And I'm just not realizing it. You look like the friend of the 80s villain who comes around and helps the nerds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, like you look like, you know what I'm saying? You look like the
lackey.
I'm
two-timing them. I'm on both sides.
Like the lackey with a heart who's like, you know what? No, man, you guys are right. Chet's fucking, that was wrong what he did.
It's great.
You know?
Here's the address to the party, guys. I'm sorry that he's that way.
Yeah. Sean, do us. What do we look like?
Shit.
No, hold on. Will, you look like Moby. I mean, and that's a very simple. No, you know what? You know who you look like? You look like the guy, one of Moby's hirees, that when like he can't show up for like a corporate event.
I would do that.
You know, he sends you and you just put on like glasses and just keep your head down. And people are like, you know, he's kind of a dick. Don't get close to him. But it's really you.
I'm digging Will's shirt. I really like the way that he's
Great
dressing
shirt.
for quarantine.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a good shirt. And the shirt fits you. In fact, I take that back. You know what you look like? You look like a Navy SEAL, ex-Navy SEAL, right?
Thank you.
Who the government's done with. They're like, look, Will's done enough. He's spilt enough blood for this country. And they gave and you cashed out your pension and are living somewhere in the Bahamas and had just come out of the closet.
What a cherry on top of me.
So like everybody, all they know you at. What's
After
that?
all the blood for this country, come on, let me have it.
Right. Like everyone knows, like that's just Will. He moved here from Virginia. He was in the lumber business. They don't know that you've killed dozens of people. You know, at least 5 with your bare hands on the orders of many, like 3 commanders in chief.
Yeah.
But they just think you're this like friendly guy, friendly bumpkin, and you're still in the lumber business, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Come on. Then the town comes under siege somehow, and nobody knows that he's a Marine, and then he's got to like take care of himself. But it's also kind of homophobic, so they don't like him. But then he saves the town, and he teaches them that being gay is okay by saving them.
Yeah, I like that.
think we just...
Is this happening to everybody?
Yes, it's happening to me.
Are we getting Zoom crashed right now?
I think we're getting Zoom crashed.
No, I think Will's just cutting out.
Oh,
Both cutting out.
that was the most musical cutout I've ever heard.
It's freaking out. Once you called him Moby, he really took it very seriously.
Yeah, he like auto-tuned his yeah, he's gone.
You know what's a fun thing to do in these Zoom call?
Will, I think you got to mute yourself, Will.
Well, this is the best this has gone.
This is a nightmare.
That's wait, we're getting never mind.
All right, well, I think Will's breaking up.
Casey, I think you know no.
Will, we gotta mute him. Mill, you gotta all right.
Will's been muted.
All right, tell me what I look like,
Wait,
Sean, and then we gotta close the show.
What if this is a moment where like we just discovered Will actually has like a form of like harp Tourette's. Like he just you know what I'm saying? Like he just secretly has this tiny harp on him at all times in the cage. He's like, I can't help it.
I hang around with him a lot, and I'm pretty sure he does have Tourette's.
All right, there we go.
Does whatever the fuck pops in his head all the time, and that's why I love him.
Casey, you look like the character who's always edited out of the Kevin Smith films.
I don't know why that hurts so much, but
no, I didn't mean for it to hurt. But no, like edited out because it's the character Kevin Smith always writes himself as. So he's always smarter and more intelligent and just kind of has all the answers. But because of that, the movie just doesn't make sense because it's just one character who's like a god character. So they have to cut him out of each film. That's what I meant.
Well, fucking A. I love that, Sean, and I love you, and I appreciate you coming on. You're one of the best in the biz. If there's anything you want to plug, you're one of my favorite comedians in the whole world.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are both amazing. And Will is seriously, I wish this whole lineup, I wish we could tour.
I know. This is
That'd be great.
Really beautiful lineup, and it would be a hell of a lot of fun.
Because as long as Will stays gay, and
he will. He'll do that for us.
I'll start like, I'll start appropriating. I'll be I'm already wearing the do-rag to cover the head wound. I'll start acting like the South African American, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, you have a very vague ethnic look about you.
Right. And we could be the PC comedy tour. And Robert's pansexual. We know that.
Yeah. All that train talk was code.
Yeah. I've got a show tonight actually on Twitch at holdthephone.tv called Live at 10:33. It goes live at 10:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Podcast 5 words. And everyone pay attention to the Addison Improv in Dallas right now because a comedian named Dusty Slay, you guys know Dusty.
Yeah.
Love Dusty. They've opened and he's headlining there this weekend, but they're only allowing 25% of the capacity.
Really?
Yeah, I think that room seats like 300. So they're only going to let in 75 people and space them out.
Wow.
But I feel like that's like a model for what touring in the future could look like.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Well, thanks for coming out, Sean. Have a good show tonight. We love you.
Thank you for having me, guys. Love you back. Stay safe.
Goodbye,
Let's
buddy.
do that walk, Sean.
Stay healthy. Let's do it. I'll hang up right later.
Great. All right. Sean Patton, everybody. Thank you so much. Casey, I'm so sorry that Will left us. He
I know.
dropped
I don't
out.
know what happened. To get him called gay made his internet crash, it appeared.
I've been feeling really bad recently.
Why?
Because I felt like I hurt your feelings last week.
What? Doing what? I forget.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about it.
All right, great. Well,
if you don't remember, then what's the point?
I don't remember. No, remind me and I'll tell you if you hurt my feelings real quick. Before
I said, I was trying to come up with a word and then I just said dumb and I called you dumb.
Yeah. No, I'm
I
pretty
felt
dumb.
really bad about it.
Buddy, I'm fine with it. I'm dumb. I did get a 14.9 on my SATs. That's pretty good, but
I don't know I didn't take the SAT. I don't know what those numbers mean.
It's at a 1600, so it's pretty close to perfect. But
how much do you get? Wait, why is 14 close to 6? How's that close to perfect?
1490. I mean, when you look at the span of it, it's pretty close. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. I did really bad. You didn't take the ACT?
No. I'm really good at tests because I can remember information. I can memorize it for a short period of time and then it's out. So I really know very little, but if I need to memorize something overnight, baby, I'm your man.
I'm always really bad at tests, especially standardized tests, because I think that I get mad at the people that write them.
You got to keep your emotions in check.
I get wildly emotional and I just try to get through it because I don't like the experience.
Yeah, that's rule number one of taking a test. Just keep your emotions out of it. But this has been a lot of fun. I'm sorry you lost Will, but I love you and I'm glad I get to see you.
I love you too, and I love Levon, who I'm sure is within arm's reach.
Well, let me see. Is he? Oh, he is.
Oh.
He's so mad that I keep waking him up. But,
this was the big weird with Littlefield. Donations or portion of those go to charity for the little doggies, I think still. And, it's been great, man. It was wonderful to see you again.
We're here every Friday at 7. Check out my pod, The Good, the Dad, and the Ugly. Find me at Casey J. Salengo on all platforms. Ryan?
I am Ryan Beck on all platforms, and my podcast with my wife. It's called Falling in Love with My Wife. It is on everywhere. You can go to my Twitter and you'll see it.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Stay safe. We love you.
Great. Bye.